Bring in Bob Ward. He's a former reporter for Boston 25 News, friend of the show, and also the best dang investigative reporter known to man. He was in the courtroom today. I say that because it's true, Bob Ward, and you know it. So, Bob, I'm going to be candid with you, and I want you to be candid with me. Did the prosecution make its case, or was the case already made before the trial even started with this guy?
Well, it depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for an answer to exactly how Ana Walshe was killed, was she stabbed, was she shot, was she strangled, was she poisoned, where did it happen in the house, you're not going to know the answer to that. And the Commonwealth did not argue that. But if you're someone who can put together the entire picture, the entire enormity of what happened in that house in Cohasset, Massachusetts, then it seems to me that the prosecution has made its case. And the judge today said, at least, the very least, and she was asked about a directed verdict, she said, I have to look at this in the most favorable light to the prosecution under the rules, but the jury is going to decide this. I'm not going to decide this. So we'll find out.
Yeah, the directed verdicts almost never work. I have seen it when it has worked, and I just about fell over in my chair when it worked the one time that I was covering a trial. However, I do want to ask you this. Jem Mutlu was an important witness, and always love, ending with a bang. And he was emotional on the stand, and he was informative. He was in that house hours before Ana died. And so I wonder if you think he did what was needed, like nail in the coffin, of the defense's case, or if he just added color and tugged at the heartstrings of jurors.
Yeah, I think a little bit of B. He had a little bit of trouble on the stand because he wanted to say, and he did say, but it was objected to and stricken from the record maybe about a dozen times. He wanted to say that in a phone call a couple of days before New Year's, that Ana had been talking to him, and he got the impression that they were having marital problems. And he said, I want to put this on hold. I want to have a longer conversation. He was not allowed to say that because he was characterizing what Ana said instead of saying exactly what she said. And it was odd that he couldn't get over that because that became a thing. It went on for about 10 minutes. But what he was trying to say is that when he spoke to Ana, Ana told him that she was sick of traveling. She was sick of being without her children. And I think it was in voir dire earlier in the day, without the jury there, that he said something along the lines that it was destroying her psyche, or it was weighing really heavy on her. So it was odd, Ashleigh, that he couldn't just figure out what it was that they were going after. But I think, bottom line, I think he was a good witness for the prosecution because he was a friend of Ana's. He cared about Ana. And that phone call that happened that you just described on January 4th, Brian is being very defensive, almost obnoxious. And don't forget, that is the day, January 4th is the day that Ana Walshe was reported missing. And he's having that kind of reaction as he's talking to Jem.
Okay, well, mark your calendar for the end of the defense case because I can't wait to hear that one. I don't even know what kind of witness you bring up to say I chopped up mommy while kids are sleeping upstairs because I don't know. I was worried she died beside me in bed. It's just, the whole thing's preposterous.
And we're wondering if Brian is going to wrap it up. We're wondering if Brian is Brian going to take the stand? That's our question. That we're all wondering that.
Oh, please, dear God, yes. Just let's pray to the heavens above that happens. Santa, it's all I want. Other than Bob Ward as a regular guest. Thank you for this.
You got it.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.